And all right, so here we are. It is, I don't even know what day it is, Wednesday the 29th. I'm going to post the warm-up in the chat. It's written for the gym, but I have the modifications we're going to use with dumbbells. So I'm not doing reverse burpees again because of my neck for the candle sticking. So I'm going to be doing my bike. But I know you guys know it. Beth was really, oh, get out of here. Put out mats for him and he sat on mine. Beth really wants you guys to think about keeping your hollow as you come down. So getting in that position, lowering yourself, keeping the hollow here, and then coming back up. And again, using your hands to modify if you want to, put them down as you need to come up. Then we're gonna get into overhead lunges. So I would just take one dumbbell and hold it up by the heads, and then we'll switch to reverse. Plate sit-ups that are weighted sit-ups. We're gonna do weighted thrusters, single or double, depending on what you have and what you wanna do. Then we're gonna go back to our cardio. So the reverse burpees and bike for me, bent over rows. And she gave us some options for singles, doubles, depending on what you wanna do. Then we're gonna go into plank to downward dog flows, and we're gonna switch into pike push-ups. So we're gonna be in this position where we are going from our downward dog to our plank, just back and forth. And then at 25 seconds, we're gonna hold and go ahead and just tap on those plank push-ups. Or pike push-ups, rather. Sorry. It helps me to get on my toes a little bit when I'm in that position. And last is the alt dumbbell. We'll do alt dumbbell snatches for the last round. All right. This is 45 seconds on, 15 seconds off. So I'm gonna get the timer. You guys get the weight you need. And as usual, I will call it out as we get there. Good? All right. So timer's going. So you guys are gonna start on your reverse burpees in 10 seconds. So rest, we're going into our overhead alt lunges. We're gonna start forward. If you don't wanna go overhead like myself, I'm gonna front rack it. And on the next one, switch reverse. All right, now you're gonna go into your weighted sit-ups. And so again, we would touch behind and in front. Butterflying our feet like normal. And I am modifying because I'm not going overhead. So I'm stopping in that bench press position, which is an option for you. Transition to dumbbell thrusters. So for this one, you could do a single and pass it across your clavicle, okay, after you come up, or do doubles. So you could do a single, come across. All right, now you're going back to your reverse burpees for this round. And now we're gonna go all into that bent over row. So double or single. Remember to deadlift the weight up. I'm gonna just model a single here. We're gonna bend those hips, shoot those hips back, good straight back. And then just switch the weight low. Good support in the core. Good straight back. Neck is in line. I'm looking down a few feet in front of me. Stand up before you put it down. Now we're going into that flow, plank to downward dog. Just a couple of seconds in each position. Just a nice flow back and forth. Keep that head through. Rotate those shoulders. And now we're going to go into those pike push-ups. Warming up our wrists and shoulders here. All right. And now into those all dumbbell snatches. So think about keeping that weight close to you as you're coming up, doing the zipper. And you can exchange the weight, touch both heads down, or you can go all the way down to the ground and switch. Think about maintaining that spine position as you're coming down. All right. Woo, grab a sip if you have it. And I'm gonna just sneak over and grab the workouts and we'll talk about these WODs here. So I'm gonna go put everything in the chat, but we're doing a lot of modifications here. Again, which I will kind of talk us through because this was written for the gym. But what we have is 4 and potentially 5 climb the ladders. Oh, I wonder if it's too much to paste at once. All right, so we'll do it one at a time. How about that? So basically what we're doing is 5 minutes, climb the ladders. We're going by 2s. And so think about in a 5 minutes, that's a pretty short time. So we should be moving pretty decently throughout. We're gonna be doing single or double bent over rows. So the single alternating or 2 at a time. And then single or double dumbbell thrusters. All right, and I'm actually gonna modify push-ups instead of thrusters for that. Because I don't want to go overhead. So that's a possibility for you. Think about your weight, right? So if you have something heavier that's tough for you, think about what's best for you in terms of singles or doubles. Same thing with the thruster. And I modeled them in the workout. So you would do your thruster one arm, pass it across your clavicle, and do the other arm. All right. And so let me just set this up. The timer, we're gonna get 2.5 minutes of rest in between each round. And so what I will do is in that rest, I'll kind of go over our moves for the next time so we don't overload the talking right now. So 5 minutes of work, 2:30 rest. I'm programming it for 5, so we'll see how we feel. So yeah, just the 2 moves. Any questions about anything? You guys good?
Yeah, I think I'll do, let's see. Instead of bent over rows, I may do floor presses and then push-up. Maybe, well, floor presses and push-ups are the same thing. Maybe I'll do shoulder to overhead and push-ups. So I think that's what I'll do.
Yeah, that'll work, right? Because is going down in the squat tough on your back too?
Well, I just don't want to have to pick it up. I mean, I guess
I see what you're saying.
from the floor. Maybe I can, I might even, maybe I can put it on the couch and just
thruster from there.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, great. You got it. All right, so get you guys self set up and I will get us going here. Just be careful with that weight. Always remember to deadlift the weight up first when you're doing those bent over rows and then stand up before you put them back down also. All right. We're gonna go in 10. One, go. So always increasing by 2s. 2 minutes in. Remember to squeeze those shoulder blades at the top. Ninety seconds. Fifteen seconds. And rest. All right. Great job. 2.5 minutes here to rest. Just for rep counts, if you got into 10s, that's 60. 12 finished is 84. 14 is 112. And 16 is 144. So just if you're keeping your track of where you are. All right. So for the next round, we're going into the alt snatches and reverse burpees. So 1, 2, 2 reverse burpees, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 reverse burpees, etc. I am going to be modifying for a floor press. And doing the bike.
Wait, so what's the first, or what are we supposed to do? Just
Power snatches, alt power snatches, and reverse burpees.
okay. I think, what did you say you're doing? You're doing what now?
I'm going to do a modified, or I'm going to modify with a floor press instead of the.
Yeah, I think I'll do floor press and reverse burpees.
Yep, I'm going to do floor press and bike cows.
Okay.
All right. Same thing. So about 50 seconds left. Towel off if you need it. Grab water. Second rest here still. And coming up in 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go. Two minutes. Good work. Keep it up. Forty seconds. 5 seconds. All right, good job. 2 down. So again, 8s would be 40, 10, 60, 12s, 84. And 14s, 112. All right, next round. V-ups or weighted sit-ups. And I'm gonna kind of do a modified of each. I'm actually gonna hold the weight up above my chest and kind of do like a modified V-up that way, kind of like toes to the weight. And then single or double push presses. So we did those similar in the warm-up, where it would be here. We're gonna think about that dip and drive. So here, pass it across, here, using that momentum, or with 2 weights, and then either V-ups, weighted sit-ups, or I'm gonna kind of do something in between where I'm holding the weight up and bringing my legs up. So kind of like a half weighted, half V-up. So those are a few different scaling options for you guys. About 30 more seconds of rest.
Right, I'm gonna do V-ups and handstand push-ups.
Okay, good. I'm gonna modify. I'm doing a front squat modification for myself.
Okay.
Same thing. Good job. 10 seconds coming up. 3, 2, 1, go. Keep focusing on your quality of movement. For those V-ups, pointed toes, straight legs. Going back to hollow, keeping those shoulders up. Halfway. Just under 90 seconds. Nice work. Oh. Woo. All right. Next round is alt dumbbell overhead lunges and back to your reverse burpees. I'm going to be doing cows on the bike. Some modifications would be to lower the weight or no weight. You could front rack the weight instead of going overhead. You can suitcase it or hold it on the side. And I'm probably going to try and do a variation where I have one up, one down, and then the next time rotate it just to create a different stimulus on my core while I'm working them. Every step counts. You could go forward or reverse. And you guys already know what you're doing with your reverse burpees.
Hey, could you repeat that? We were out of earshot.
Oh, sorry. So overhead lunges, alternating legs, every step counts. Forward or reverse, and then reverse burpees again.
Okay.
And then there's some modifications. You could front rack instead of going overhead. You could suitcase them, or I'm gonna stagger hold. One round, I'm gonna hold one up, one down. The next time I'm gonna alternate it.
Cool. Thanks.
Or you could lower the weight or do no weight too, you know, depending on what feels good. All right, we've got about 40 seconds. Really think about good torso posture through your core and torso as you're doing this. We got about 15 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go. Make sure you come up to full extension with the hips. Halfway. One minute left. Okay. Woo. Woo. All right, feels great. All right, you guys good for a bonus round? Great.
Sure.
So let's go with single, alternating, or double dumbbell power cleans. All right, so I know some people were probably clean and jerking yesterday. And so think about maybe doing a single if you were doing a lot of doubles yesterday. You could hang or come from the ground depending on how you want to modify. And then we'll get into some double under practice. One thing I'm going to work on is doing the jumps right into my double unders. Usually I do a couple singles to get into it. So I'm going to try and just get right into double unders. We'll see how that goes. So just make sure you're doing clear, good form. Ideally, we would come from the ground, but if you want to do a hang to modify, that's certainly fine. So your single, be up to here. And if you're doing the hang, you could change it. Or touch to the ground, touch to the ground. And then the same thing with two. I think I'm going to do a single just to mix it up a little bit. And then have a few minutes of mobility to round us out at the end. Going in 10 seconds. Three, two, one, go. Just about halfway. Just under 90 seconds. Twenty seconds. All right. Woo. Great work. It is 7:55. If you can hang with me, we'll do 5 quick minutes of mobility. A couple deep breaths. And we'll work it into our mobility. So just come to standing. And we're just going to start by taking a couple deep breaths with our arms. So breathe in, and breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Just getting our breath together. Breathe in, and breathe out. This time hold both hands up top. Drop your left hand to your side and kick your right hip out. Look up at your eye of your elbow. You feel this on your lat, down into your hip, all along intercostals and the side. Breathe in, bring both hands up, and drop it to the other side. Kick that hip out, and look up. Up and down. Now just go ahead and grab your right leg and pull it back with both hands if you can. Think about trying to get your knees in line with one another. Heel towards your glute. And breathe. Shoulders upright as good as you can. Drop that leg, shake it out, switch sides. Same thing. Think about getting your knees in line with one another. Really upright, control your movement, your balance. All right, we're gonna do a cross leg forward fold. So classic stretch from PE. So cross your right over your left and just go down. Let your body hinge and hang, thinking about getting that left hamstring. Touch the ground if you can, look to your knees. Come up, switch them out. Same thing, breathe in, exhale down. You're hitting your back hamstring on the right leg now. here, just uncross your legs, walk out into a plank. We're going to do pigeon for a minute on each side. So bring your right knee behind your right wrist. Thinking about your shin as parallel as you can get it to the mat. Back leg goes out and straight. Think of it right at 6 o'clock. And you can start here and just kind of sink into your hips. Then from here, you can walk your hands out and lower to your elbows. You can stack your fists on your mat and rest your forehead on your mat. Or you can go all the way down. Just keep relaxing back, sending that leg back. As you come out of it, just reverse it. So come up to your elbows first. Come back here, tuck your toe in the back. Bring your right leg back to plank. Left leg comes up. Knee behind the wrist. Right leg flat goes back, 6 o'clock. Start sitting into your hips here. You start walking out your hands if you feel good to your elbows. And stack your fists again. Getting our hips, our glute, IT band, and then all the way down if you can. Just breathe. And slowly come out of it. Plank. And walk it up. Woo! All right, guys. Great job as always. You should feel proud of yourself for showing up, for putting in the work, for the effort.
All right. Thank you so much, Eric.
Thanks a lot, Eric.
You
Appreciate
got
it.
it, guys. Have a great day, and I'll see you sometime next week.
Okay, thanks, Eric.
All right, take care. Stay safe out there.
Bye, Maya. See you guys later.
Take care, Steph.